All right. Well, we start out every show with intercontinental is our code word. So intercontinental. I don't even know which camera should I look at. It's weird today. Sam, my buddy Fish, we called in sick.
Oh, dang it.
And everybody has heard us mention you on the podcast for everything that we're doing. So it's you and me for the intro. So Sam, welcome for showing your shiny little young face on the podcast.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Fish, for being sick. Now
Yes.
I get to be on camera.
I have noticed, I do watch podcasts every once in a while, and I've said it multiple times. Conan's my favorite, and I have a beef about that. Did you watch the Golden Globes this past Sunday?
I saw clips on that TikTok.
Oh, you saw the TikTok?
The TikTok.
So they had a first time they had a category for podcast.
Yes.
And so Amy Poehler won, which I've tried to listen to. It's boring to me.
It is boring. I've seen it too.
And I love Conan's. He wasn't even nominated. And slightly, do you know, was there a formula, an algorithm that can't?
So I don't know about an algorithm, but I'm kind of plugged into the Sports World podcast.
Sports World?
It's not a podcast itself, but all the sports podcasts out there. And they were mad because
not one of them were nominated.
They weren't nominated. They weren't even in the category. But there's a lot of people that didn't want to be a part of that Golden Globes because they feel like now it's become too corporatized,
So because I went Googling to seeing if there was something like that. Because I could see Conan saying, nah, I don't need that.
Yeah.
Because he's hosting the Oscars. He's got his travel show on HBO. He doesn't need a golden, maybe he does. I don't know. I was just kind of irritated by it.
I could see him dropping out though. Just why be a part of that?
Yeah. And then the whole not turmoil. So Will Arnett's Smartless podcast was not nominated. There used to be husband and wife. She beat him. Oh, the drama. I was like, I don't need that. But thanks, Sam, for sitting in. Fish wasn't feeling well, kind of flying solo. And our guest today is Rob Sobolik from the Fargodome. So we're going to set that up. Do you want to say, first time on camera, Sam, do you want to say anything to all your fans before we get this thing rolling?
Just keep following the podcast that we do. That's all I got to say. Just keep following, watch.
Because it's money in Sam's pocket.
Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling.
Non-monetary for myself, but Sam's making a killing. All right, let's get this thing rolling. All right, Rob.
Well, hello.
Welcome. This was last minute. I called you last year. We did some rescheduling.
That's all.
So I appreciate your flexibility.
Fish, thanks for being sick.
Hopefully
you'll be okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's a toilet issue. I think it's just, I think he was feeling well. Body aches.
I saw him at the restaurant last night. There might have been something put in his soup.
Oh, Mickey'd him. Sorry, was it you? I want to be on the podcast tomorrow with Dan. Therefore, I'm going to make you sick. But welcome. You and I have known each other for freaking ever, it feels like.
It's been a long time. It was 24, 25 years. Yeah.
Yeah, holy shit. Yeah. Younger every day.
You were bald back then. I had a little bit more hair.
I don't understand why that needs to be a topic of the conversation. First thing you
you're
go
like,
to.
hey, I'm going to wear a hat so I don't brighten up the place. But Rob, you go ahead with
it's
the chrome
because our
dome.
logo has us with hats, and I can't break the branding of it all. So for the podcasters that are out there, our listenership continues to increase, and as we looked at something just earlier, we're surprised that people actually still tuning in. Give us an overall introduction of who the hell you are. And I'll tell them later why you're here. But who are you? What do you do?
Who am I? What do I do?
Yes.
Rob Sobolik. I am the general manager of Fargodome. So technically,
the Fargodome, just up north.
General manager of Fargodome. We're not talking about the Fargodome parking lots or the suites at the Fargodome. We're talking about Fargodome.
Are they separate entities?
Well, no, it's it's Fargodome. It's not the Fargodome.
Is there something I don't know?
We aren't like Ohio State. We aren't
when
the
did you guys
Ohio
break up?
State.
Okay. Go on. I'm sorry.
Anyway, so I actually have been working at Fargodome. What is it? 2026. So over 33 years now. I started part-time in the parking department, December of 1992. I missed the first couple of events.
Were you in the booth?
I was, imagine this.
I was going to say, could you fit
in
then?
A giant orange jumpsuit. Do you think people picked on me?
Oh, so you look like a chain gang.
Yeah. Not only was...
Were you doing time?
It was a very large man in a blaze orange suit, but you were charging people to park in Fargo. So that...
Right.
Yeah.
That
It was fun.
That irritates Fargo.
I got to speak
Paying
with a
for
lot of
parking.
people. It was fun.
Paying for parking ramps, any type of parking really throws this town for a loop.
I mean,
they just don't know how to
deal.
deal.
I did drive around for 6.5 minutes. Yes, I counted, trying to find a parking spot around here today. But
Yeah,
I was patient.
but that's on you.
You're right.
Because there's an empty parking lot.
I chose to do it. It was an experiment.
What, to be difficult? That's choosing to be difficult.
Because now when somebody complains to me, I can say, well, have I got a story for you?
How long did you drive around looking for a spot for my dinky little office?
Well, I said 6.5, but my wife would say I tend to exaggerate. So it's probably 62 seconds. Anyway,
Okay.
So I've been there since, December of 1992.
Yeah. So here I'm
part-time,
thinking,
full-time. I started full-time in March of 95, so I'm going on my 31st year, but I've been the general manager since May of 2004. So almost 22 years.
that's crazy.
It definitely holds a special place in my heart.
I hope so.
I have a heart, unlike Skeletor over there.
We have a skeleton in our office for people like that too.
But yeah, it's, I met my wife at the Fargodome. I lost the coin flip. I had to stay. She went to other employment.
I thought you meant in the marriage.
Well, that too. So far, I mean, it's. But speaking of marriage, yeah. So we were married there. We had our wedding date set. It was going to be October 25th. Let me check the inside of my ring, make sure. October 25th, 1997. Elton John decided to book the Fargodome, so our wedding date moved to October 11th, 1997. So,
Work always gets in the way, doesn't it?
It's okay. It's been fun.
Elton John.
It's been fun.
Sir
She's
Elton
been.
John.
She at least started in it, so she completely understands and has been very understanding and compassionate for my, we'll call it just general crankiness.
No, not you,
no,
Rob.
It's been good. So it's been 30 plus years. It's been a ride, and we'll look to continue it for a while.
So give us the 20,000, if not 30,000 foot view of your general responsibilities as the GM of the Fargodome.
You know what? It's a little bit of everything. We're a small group. We've only got 27 full-time staff for a building, 19,000 seats. Yes, the market is small, but the building's very large. So typically there's somewhere in the neighborhood of 45 to 60 full-time employees, but we've got a great crew. I am the one who contracts the building. I book the building. So I am the one to yell at. We don't have enough concerts. We have the wrong types of concerts.
You don't hear that much.
No, I plan some of the events. I coordinate some of the events, the main contact, getting all the information out. I help our marketing and sales team with sales of the suites.
Right.
Easy for me to say. Different advertising, just different strategic things, manage the operating budgets, manage the capital budgets, manage most of the projects that go there, think about what could be next, what should be next. Why didn't you do that last week?
Well, this is why you're cranky.
All sorts of everything.
There's
All sorts of
There's
stuff.
a lot of shit going on there.
Well, and speaking of that, sometimes
Well, we both get there.
I clean the bathroom.
We're cranky
but not
with each
very
other.
often down at the Fargodome anymore. We've got a great crew that handles that. But also, as you know, since Fargodome it's always been owned by the city of Fargo, but in 2016, we also became employees of the city of Fargo. Up until that time, we worked for private management companies. So I worked for several of those in the building, but along with that and the retirements and different things at the Civic Center, I also now deal with the events that do happen at the Fargo Civic Center. Yes, there's not that many that happen there. There's a bit of a reason for that. Nobody works there. So it's kind of like, well, if we're not busy at Fargodome or there's other people that can do things, then we can go down and I can come down and do the events at the Fargo Civic Center with the great people, with Jade Presents, with Folkways, with Emerging Prairie, a lot of different things that happen down there as well.
Okay, you hit 4 billion things that I want to dig into.
Okay,
so
well,
that was great. No,
so
it was great.
That tells you why I go to bed and stare at the ceiling at 1:00 in the morning.
What's on your ceiling?
Nothing.
Okay. You and I have known each other for quite some time.
Yes.
We went through the chamber leadership program together, and that's how we met.
That is true.
With our cohorts like Kathy Skramstad and Tammy Norgard, Eric. Sorry, Eric. What's Eric's last name?
Jurdevig.
Jurdevig.
Yes.
But I mean,
He's in charge of the sales thing at
yeah, and I'm
NDSU.
sorry, not mentioning all the other friends.
There's
that
a lot
we
of
have
others.
there. I'll be an advocate of. Let's throw some kudos to the chamber.
Absolutely.
They had said, and Sam, you're going through it right now, the leadership program, or did you?
I was a 2021 class.
Oh, okay. So you grad. Okay, that's great. They had said when we're going into that you will have lifelong friends once you get done with this. And I'm like, well, that's a bunch of hooey. I was proved wrong, which is great.
It is. It is a fantastic thing. It still is a great thing.
Yeah.
Sam, when you went through, there might be a few changes now than what they did in 2002 when some possibly people other than Dan or I were a little immature and did things. But
I'd say, could you believe they did that?
I was appalled.
So when you went through it, Sam, did you guys still travel to like Valley City the first weekend or whatever, first night or first gathering?
It was a day trip because of past classes.
Oh, you didn't do the overnight?
Nope.
God, he said the past classes.
I wonder.
Well, I think we were the last.
Oh,
I
your
wonder
guys'
which
fault.
year was the last year they did an
I
overnight.
think we're the ones.
I
that
think your
wrecked
guys'
it.
class. Yeah, you guys screwed it up for everybody else.
It was great though.
Well, okay. Now, to be fair,
it's something we still talk about.
I don't know if we screwed it up.
We didn't help the situation.
We made Valley City interesting. Not that Valley City is not interesting. I do not want to offend anybody in Valley City. They're wonderful people.
Well, we get to Valley City. We don't know anybody.
And nobody knew us.
And we found this little niche of group that we all enjoyed each other right away. Totally platonic.
We bonded.
Yes, we did. And it went into late evening. And boy, that next day on the ropes course was
Late evening, early morning.
not great. Yeah. I think I was eating potato chips in the hallway at like 2 a.m. And
it
they were
was
great chips.
It was a fantastic time. We made memories. That's what life is supposed to be about.
Absolutely.
And almost lifelong friends. We'll see what happens after this, but
Oh, this is our sign off, Rob.
oh, is this okay?
This is it.
Good to know.
This is actually an intervention. I've had enough of you. But if you want to turn that back on me,
Wow,
I just completely.
I get that a lot.
I'm going to call you in to tell you, it's been great. Kind of. But where I was going with that is like knowing each other. But, I had luck to be able to work with you in the last couple of years. We did work on that program together.
We did. We appreciate the work. It was a
I
great
mean,
effort.
That's how I got to know the Fargodome even more intimately
Sure.
than I did before. And I think one of the things that I would like for you to help the general public understand in terms of the Fargodome, because obviously, we interviewed Jade here. I think it was our first interview, wasn't it, Sam? Jade was our first guest.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he was. But I mean, you talk about the events we're bringing in and what's happening there. By default, the Fargodome always gets thrown under the bus because you're just not bringing up the events. And I talk a little bit of the actual, because you're running like a business. It's owned by the city.
Correct.
Got to turn a profit. You're booking
You have to
stuff.
operate as profitably as possible.
Yeah, you're not a nonprofit.
Correct.
You want to keep your salary. You're running like a business. So the availability to actually open dates. I mean, just go down that path a little bit.
We actually turn the calendar year, so January, which, hey, we just did, with usually 60+% of the weekends.
That's
booked.
what the public, as much as we tell them, and we've been talking about that for years.
Yep.
60% of the dates are spoken for in the Fargodome. And what do you still get shit for? You're not bringing in enough acts.
You know what? It happens. It happens.
Oh, God.
What are you going to do?
You're playing nice.
Well,
I know, because this is going to be out there.
Dan, I believe I've said many times before, I'm one of the biggest two-faced people you'll ever meet in your life.
Great. You're like that Lego spinning head. That's awesome. Give me the mean cop. Okay, I'm going to express my frustration for you. I'm going to be your conduit. I think it's really frustrating that the general public, they continue to harp on the Fargodome in general. As the end of the day, I drive by there all the time. It's empty. Why aren't we having an act? And why can't we do that? And there's so many acts that have wanted to do Fargodome, but you've already made a profitable deal to bring in whether it be wrestling, a sporting event, or maybe there's a Bison game, whatever it happens to be, all valuable partners of yours. And then even when we went through, what do we call it? When we were going for the vote, what would you call that thing we went through 2 years ago?
Begging?
when we were begging for the vote.
We called it an educational campaign
Yes.
because
And
there's certain laws in the state
Yeah,
of North
we
Dakota.
couldn't say certain
informational
things.
campaign
Because we couldn't say we're raising,
Correct.
we want to.
Correct. So yeah, we do.
Well, let me say, we couldn't say vote yes.
Right.
Which, because the
I couldn't say. You could say vote
we
yes.
couldn't say it in the advertising
We couldn't
either.
say it in the
I could say it
advertising.
independently.
You could
I could
say
say
it-
all kinds of things independently.
Well, there you go.
But when we were putting things out in the
I never
market,
heard Sam say it though.
Sam, just say vote yes.
Vote yes.
Yeah,
All right.
too late, Sam. But yeah, we couldn't put that in the marketing and advertising because we had one arm behind our backs. Here we got the CVB, which not going to be paid by the general public locally. They get the Visitor Convention Center that is going to be a boon for this area, which I am a big
It's going to be
fan
great.
of. It's going to be
Absolutely.
awesome. And that's going to bring in economic stimulus. And that's the other part of it is like our general public, they don't understand what that term means. It was funny. I was at the State of the Downtown last night for the Downtown Community Partnership, and they were just doing an ROI simply almost to the Fargo marquee. You could actually bring it down to a number of the economic stimulus. Like it's in cents, but it's like, I believe it was 0.32 cents every person that comes down to see the Fargo marquee generates to downtown Fargo. Might not seem
Interesting.
a lot, but take that times $250,000, type of thing.
Yeah.
So
Wasn't it something about 5 million coming downtown?
oh, it's an insane number.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could text Rocky and get that from him, and we'll put that up on the YouTubes, the stats. But now that's just the Fargo marquee.
Yep.
Now you take the number of individuals that come for events at the Fargodome, which the vote was for to increase the capacity and the amenities, make it more appealing.
Upgrade it, make it more of a modern
Absolutely.
facility. Yeah.
And how that would trickle down in
Yep.
the community. It serves everybody, rising tide. They just don't get it. But I'm trying to see the blind spots of my own because yes, your taxes would have gone up, but there are so many things on the ballot. I think certain things that are on the ballot were a priority over the Fargodome. And let me say that.
I can't disagree with you.
Okay.
100%.
Yes.
There were 3 tax initiatives. I think somebody made a song about 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Oh.
It only sucks for the third.
Yeah.
And Fargo
we
was
were
the third
there.
on that
We
one.
were
But
there,
hey,
yes.
that's life. We're going to keep trudging on and try to find different ways. There will be projects, there will be work that happens at Fargodome, whether it's with the upcoming convention center space and some additional things with that, or should that decision be made to go somewhere else, there is the permanent fund there that can support some work. But ultimately, facilities like the Fargodome, facilities like the Fargo Convention Center, take it much bigger. Target Center, U.S. Bank Stadium.
Did you see what the U.S. Bank's going to do? Is that true? Like a $3.2 billion renovation?
That seems a lot. 'cause
I know.
It was only
I
$2
hope-
billion to build.
I know. I was like, well, I got the number wrong. It's like there's a certain.
I'm sure that. Well,
Was it
there. How many years
3.2
have they been
million or
open?
billion?
I can't remember how long.
Wow,
It's
I'm getting off
5,
subject.
6. Anyways,
I'm going to
so,
Google that.
there'll be work that'll happen out there, but to do everything to completely enhance it, there's going to have to be some sort of public infusion of dollars, but
Right.
it's just a matter of what that level is. Does it need to be a quarter cent? Not necessarily. Could it be something different? Are there other angles to pursue? And we keep trudging along trying to find that. We just don't always talk about it because I like to just keep my head down and
There's so many
and
things.
keep working.
And I'm so close to it. I was so close to
Yeah.
it. I was so frustrated that we weren't able to make that happen for you.
It was an odd situation for me because I actually had to speak positively to someone to bring you up.
What?
And usually it's people looking at me saying, "Stop being such a get off my lawn guy and be more positive." But I
Well, who
found
was being-
myself.
you mean you were confronted with individuals that were dogging you and you were trying to
no,
play
I was confronted with a situation to bring you up and make you happy, and that was really weird.
I don't know. What do you mean? Making whom happy? Oh, myself?
Yes.
Oh, because I was so frustrated.
Yes.
Oh, I was so frustrated. I was so frustrated. And it was like, because you've been living it for years and
Yeah.
you knew the obstacles, and me that wanted me very personally was trying to get the word out, help people get educated, but it didn't matter how much information that made sense. And I can't blame people.
No.
And don't get me wrong.
No,
it was an increase of the taxes,
Yes.
but the reasons they were saying no to it didn't match with saying no to the vote.
That's fair.
And the other thing that a lot of individuals weren't aware of is like you are profitable, and how much that you were throwing a third of your own dollars into it?
The permanent fund was, it was. They were the Fargodome Authority was looking at about $30 million, $25 to $30 million, putting it in.
Of your own dollars
of the permanent fund
Right.
that was
Right.
has been accumulated in the investment fund through the original 20-year tax. I mean, it's unfortunate, it's understandable, but there's a group of individuals out there that still thinks that Fargodome gets some sort of tax dollars, and the true answer to that is haven't gotten it since December 31st of 2008.
And I have to be careful because I understand that everybody's at a different place in their life.
100%.
And any type of extra burden to them on the tax level, I understand that. I do. I mean, I think what was it? It was
25 cents on $100.
25 cents on $100. But you need to deeper explain that, because that was really, what is that? Now break that down even more. It would cost an individual a quarter for every $100 that they spent in the community.
Correct.
Yes. That math is hard, really, for people to understand that.
Yeah.
Because all they heard was the quarter.
The 1/4%.
That wasn't
they heard
easy
it's
for
gonna
marketing.
cost more.
Right.
And that's fair, and I understand that, and I can appreciate it.
Yeah. So will it go up for vote again? Ever? Are you just going to try to build up your own fund to try to, because you are improving it. You are throwing money into
As my wife learned early on, never say never, because some people can be persistent.
Is that what she said to you when you proposed that first time? Well,
I don't think it was the proposal. Well, not the marriage proposal.
Let's have a child. Hey, settle down.
No, it's going to have to be some sort of, there's going to have to be some sort of infusion of
you can't do it. You're never,
dollars.
if you want to get to the next level.
Correct. And so there's going to be, will there be, there are, but you know what? There's always other priorities, and there's always higher priorities within the city of Fargo, which is a huge, a growing city, only going to grow more now with the diversion coming online in West Fargo and Fargo. It's just, there's challenges.
Absolutely. But it goes back to an individual. Well, are you going to, if you take it down to a personal level, are you going to get married? Well, it's just not the right time. Or you're going to have kids. It's just not the right time.
Never the right time.
Okay. It's never going to be the right time. What I do think is going to happen, my prediction to this, it's going to be a few years for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, fair.
The CVB, the Visitor Convention Building Convention Center, is going to get complete, and it's going to be beautiful. And that's going to raise eyes like, oh, well, now we got to get the Fargodome up to speed to match the new construction that has happened.
That's the route we need to go. That's great.
Right.
Because you know what? Everybody wins.
Because that's tangible, right?
Yep.
Because now they can see what something can be. Look at something shiny and new. And that was X amount of dollars, even though it didn't come out of your pocket. That's visitor money.
Mm-hmm. Now,
that was a lot of visitor money. We're going to take a partial amount of that, and we're going to improve the Fargodome. That's where I think it's going to slide to. Let's meet back here in 6 years, and because the building.
Wait, I'm carrying the one.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
God, we're going to be older then. Damn, we're going to be old by that time.
But yeah, we do 85 to 100 public event days a year where public are in the building.
Right.
But to get to those days, there's another 100-ish days of building turnover and setup. For example, upcoming the Red River Valley Home and Garden Show. That's a 3-day show. People can come to the show Friday, Saturday, Sunday. However, Bryce and her team show up the Tuesday before, and they leave the Monday after. Mm-hmm. So it ties up the building for 8 days.
Yep.
So that's 3 days where people walk in, combined with 4 days of setup and tear down. The Sportsman Show rolls in right after that. Same scenario, 4 days of events, 4 days of setup and tear down.
Yeah, Rob, I don't care. Get more.
No,
X.
I know. That's fair.
That's where
that's fair.
Is it though? Is it?
Well, is life fair? I mean,
well,
look
I don't
at me.
need to
Is
go.
life fair,
I don't
Dan?
need to go that.
I
deep.
don't even get to wear a hat.
I have plenty of hats here for you. That was your choice. Well, let's get off that narrative.
Okay.
Because it just kind of, and I will probably get comments and everything.
You were going down that road again, weren't you?
I was trying to avoid it. I try not to think about it every other day. But let's actually talk about the Fargodome acts. Let's talk about the entertainment acts.
Yeah.
Because that's been fun. You do have a good track record. You've got
we've had
huge names.
You know, we've had
have been through there.
Gosh, Garth Brooks has been there. Let's see, 2, then 3, then 4. So what's that?
But let's talk about the ones that came so close, but you missed them for whatever reason. Do you want to talk about that, or did that just make you feel?
I never reveal the secrets. We could talk about one that we came so close.
And I think I know what it is.
So many times.
Yeah. Okay.
And now we finally have it coming.
Oh, you do? Can you say it?
Foo Fighters.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm going.
So how many? Yeah.
That was one.
Sam, did you pay tickets or did you get free ones?
No, I bought.
You did. Okay.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Because if you said free, I was coming across this table.
And that's a whole dome show, I would think.
Full house. Yep. Tickets are going well, but we're 9 months away still. It's in September.
Yeah, where are you at right now, capacity wise?
Well, I never reveal that. But,
oh, really? Because you can fit 99,000?
No.
19,000.
We're set up for like 19,000.
It's insane.
And so tickets are going well.
Good.
There's tickets to be bought, of course.
How much does it cost you to bring them in? You're not going to tell me that.
Doesn't cost me, Fargodome, anything. The promoter's probably paying a pretty penny, but I don't. Yeah. The business, that type of business has changed so much that I don't see those anymore. But it's not very often that I see those dollars anymore. Yeah. But yes, the guarantees for artists have.
Yes, they have.
Now,
well, that's because there's no record sale.
It's
that's
their
the only
brand.
reason.
It's what it is. And honestly,
they don't have healthcare.
With fuel, with labor, it's not cheap to keep tours on the road. I mean, look at Trans-Siberian Orchestra came through December 30th. They had 19 semis.
I heard that was a good turnout.
They had, I think, 8 tour buses.
Holy crap.
Cool pick because it was on the south end of the building.
Taylor.
They lined up all of or as many as they could fit of the semis on the north end of the floor of the Fargodome and a couple of buses. And that's where they sat nice and warm and cozy when it was cold outside. But it's really expensive to keep those tours on the road. I go back, and this was a long time ago, 2011, when we had Walking with Dinosaurs. I don't believe it tours anymore, but one of the coolest shows I've ever seen. And they were...
So is that the animatronic?
It was the animatronic. Yep. Okay. And they had a pterodactyl that came down from the ceiling at the end.
Sweet, I missed it.
I'm going to get this wrong. I know it was somewhere between the neighborhood of, it took $400,000 to $500,000, so $500,000 a week to keep that tour on the road. Just from the crew and the trucking and the busing.
Wow.
And the fuel and all that. So it's
insane.
It's hugely expensive. But that also, you keep dogging me on, we want more shows because, you promised me you weren't going to do that, but I knew you would.
There's no dogging.
But that also...
I was congratulating. Was my tone different?
No.
I need to change it.
But that's also why you see a lot of artists these days, a lot of them are going to stadiums.
Yeah.
They're doing the US Banks. They're doing the Soldier Fields, and they're putting in 40, 50, 60 plus thousand people in there. And it might not only be one night, it might be 2 or 3 days. And so instead of going out and playing 10 arena shows, they go play 2 stadium shows.
Yeah.
They charge more. The beer is $22 instead of the cheap $9 at Fargodome.
People will spend $22 on a Bud Light, won't they?
I know you have.
No, I won't. No. But do you feel like, okay, you were saying that everyone's doing arenas, stadiums, but do you feel that, because Fargo has actually expanded quite a bit with their music offerings.
Oh, for sure.
But you're in a venue, you don't really feel like that competes with you with your half dome offerings, do you? I mean, that's again a rising tide, is it not?
Yeah, we don't.
Fargodome
for the size doesn't compete really with any other venue in town. With Shields Arena, it's a great. You're looking venue, at Alaris. Small. Yeah, it's Alaris Center, but it's obviously Alaris, but it's also on the routing side. It's for the shows that sometimes will go through Sioux Falls, but Sioux Falls was more of a right-sized hockey, basketball market building. Fargodome was designed for NDSU football.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, NDSU football has been very successful, and that's helped the Fargodome a lot.
Oh, absolutely.
So now you have to adapt to all of that.
It is definitely set up for a football field.
When we go with Foo Fighters, if you look back the last 3 years, or 2 years yet, going back to 2023 and beyond, you've got the Red Hot Chili Peppers that were at Fargodome.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Pink that was at Fargodome. You've got Def Leppard, Motley Crue that was at Fargodome.
When is this?
These were all in 23.
This is 23.
You have Foo Fighters now.
Yep. What do you got coming up?
These are all shows that actually are on stadium tours. Look at the Foo Fighters route. They're playing baseball stadiums and football stadiums in Canada, and then they're playing Fargodome.
You don't consider Fargodome a stadium?
When it's convenient, we do.
Oh.
And then when it's
Very
convenient
good.
for the arena, we consider ourselves an arena.
So you're talking, you skin yourself appropriately.
100%.
Yeah. Well, why not? Sales,
Don't
brother.
you just tell me what movie you want to see?
Right. So are there, in the last 3 years, I don't think it's given away. I mean, there were ones that just came really close, but you weren't able to nail it down. I mean, it wasn't Zach Bryan one. I mean, wasn't that a frustrating one?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
you had something scheduled.
we had Cody Johnson.
Do you want me
scheduled.
to edit this out? You want?
No, we had Cody Johnson scheduled. It was Fargo's not the first market that gets locked down. Grand Forks is not the first market that gets locked down. So they have to. Hey, are you
That's
available?
Why we're usually the last stop on a tour.
When we're
also.
available, now they can route into this area.
Yeah,
and they got to find something coming in, find something coming out. So there's challenge. The good thing is here, and I truly mean this. I mean, I won't say grown up because some people would disagree with that, but I was raised in northern Minnesota. I consider this a little bit southern Minnesota, and so, or not southern Minnesota, but south of where I was.
Okay, we're not south at all.
Raised in the Grand Forks area and lived in the Fargo area since 1990.
Right. Okay.
So, but the good thing is Eastern North Dakota still got to go to Zach Bryan.
Right.
Eastern North Dakota still got to go to those artists. If they don't come to Fargodome, they go to Alaris. If they don't go to Alaris, they can come to Fargodome. Everybody wins.
I agree with you because that gets around. Like, look, consider them both viable markets.
Yeah.
Because, yes, he was in Grand Forks, not Fargo. We missed out on it in Fargo. But it proves our audiences you can generate a crowd.
And here's the thing is
and country music's king here too.
It's huge.
It's huge.
Hurts
my heart.
And here's the other side of that is I've kind of maybe evolving, or maybe it's just out of convenience. But I look at that is the Fargodome. Yes, there's NDSU football, which is the main intention of why the building was built. But everything else around it, surrounding the events that happen there, a lot of them are based on creating economic impact.
I don't know what that is.
Neither do I. I'm just told. You're the marketing guy. You figure it out.
I'll make my own brand story about that.
There you go.
Exactly.
But it's to bring the spending to town. And so here's the positive about this. If there is one, and I'll spin it anyway just to make me feel good so I can walk out here and not bawl my eyes out for 3 hours.
This isn't supposed to be a session where you're on a couch.
No, exactly.
And just tell me all your woes.
But somebody like Zach Bryan, Chris Stapleton, other shows that go to Grand Forks, guess where some of those people are staying?
Yeah.
That's why I say Eastern North Dakota wins, because there are still people staying in Fargo, shopping in Fargo, eating in Fargo, and going up to Grand Forks for the show, and vice versa. And when Fargodome has the shows, and we have a state tournament, state basketball tournament, state wrestling tournament, USA Wrestling, a lot of those sports tourism, they're all coming to Fargo. So it's about creating the activity to support the restaurants, the bars, the hotels, the shopping. So yes, can we do more shows? Absolutely. Do we always try to do more shows? Absolutely. Are we going to have more shows in 2026 than we had in 25? I think we already got that beat because it was a little bit slower year. But yes, absolutely. We're always going to try to do that. But we also have to say, okay, that's what it is. But if you look at our book of a business based on attendance and event days, that's only 5 to 15% of our business, depending upon the year. Let's not forget to celebrate the 85 to 90% of our business that 60% is solid every single year.
Yeah, that's the part that people don't
there.
get. Here's the other one that drove me nuts. When I did explain to individuals, did my best to be that evangelist on the street. How many was already booked up and the acts that you're doing? I said, look at the track record. The complaint that I had from multiple people is like, they're not bringing enough acts. And I would say, well, look at the track record though. I said, yeah, but those aren't the acts that I like. My gracious goodness. So that's the whole, it's about me, is what can I get out of it? Which again, this economy, I totally get it. But you're not hearing the whole story.
Right.
Just, if it just is at a certain point where you're just not comfortable with a tax increase, just own that and don't blame it on other issues like you're never busy, you're not bringing in my acts. Just say, look, I simply don't want to have an increase. That's it. And that's a great reason for that. The last thing about acts I want to talk about, and then we'll get out of this subject, is like, what's the percentage though? Do you guys go out and do you look for it, or does it mostly calls in? Or does sometimes it registers like, oh, we should see if we can get on that tour?
This will sound bad, but it's a lot of it's a lot of calls in, but only because we have those relationships.
Yeah,
we've built those relationships. The building, myself, our team, promoters, agents know that they're treated well in Fargo. The fans come out in Fargo. They're treated well by the staff. They're treated well by the backstage catering. We're professional. We know how to do events. We know how to do safe events.
Well, I would think in the bigger venues, it would be that.
Yep.
And it wouldn't like a smaller independent, venue that has it. They got to seek out the opportunities to fill their house.
Yep.
You're the only
bigger
one.
venue, but we do have to seek them out because we're Fargo, North Dakota. We're what
that.
The 190th radio, 180th radio market, 200 something TV market.
Oh, is that what it is?
Something like that.
Okay.
You're the one in marketing. You're
I
supposed to
don't know
all
that number.
Come on.
Of all the numbers I know.
When a tour goes out and says
know.
we're playing 30 dates, Fargo's not at that list. Although
Right.
I will say I had a promoter in California that talked to a lot. We had done a show with an artist twice, had great success. We were talking a third time, and they just came back and said, we're just not going to come. And about a year later, he said, I really made a mistake not coming to Fargo.
Oh, okay. I didn't know where that story was going. So that's good.
Why did you make a mistake? He said, I just couldn't convince. But playing Fargo is like reaching into your pocket and finding an extra $750 million plus. And this artist, should have taken it. And I'm not going to name the artist because,
What the hell?
we're a very small industry.
Well, I don't like how this ended at all.
But again, Eastern
I
North
will
Dakota,
find out
Fargo,
off air, and I will post it.
It's a great market.
Yes. So, okay, what town did you grow up in? It was Grand Forks, no?
Crookston, Minnesota.
It was Crookston.
Is where I went to most of my elementary and graduated from high school.
And where'd you go to college?
Moorhead State.
Moorhead State.
I have
You're a
lived
proud
down
dragon.
in the Fargo Moorhead area since November of 1990.
And it's treated you well, relatively
It's
well.
been great. I love
Absolutely.
it. I love it.
So if we talk about nerd stuff, because this is full frontal nerdity.
Okay.
So what does Rob do to relax? Are you a reader? Are you a movie watcher? Are you a guy that stares at the paint with a glass of whiskey? Wow, look at that grass grow. I mean, as you yell at the kids to get off your lawn, I understand that, but what do you do to just chill? So you're not talking about.
So as I was driving down here, spending my 62 seconds looking for a parking spot, I was like, you know what? He's going to ask me, what do I do in my spare time?
Yeah, I don't have any. So, I'd be okay with you saying I got.
I've seen your little office cubicle set up.
I have a very nice office.
It's
Someday I'll
nice.
give the podcast a tour.
It's cozy. It's cozy. Could use a couch, but it's cozy.
I think everybody would agree with me that I don't need a couch. But if you want me to it's a love seat. I don't have a big enough office for a couch.
Fair. Maybe just an oversized chair. Anyways, what do I do? It's a little of both. My Jan and I, my wife, we only have one child.
And he's a pain in the ass. Oh, sorry, Jake. I'm just kidding. I know the kid.
But I think he described me as a helicopter parent, and it's not because I have to know what's going on. It's just I'm concerned about you, Jacob. That's what it is.
Kids don't like that, man. Quit. Don't check in on me.
We pay him for it, though,
Yeah,
so it's okay.
it drives our kids just don't communicate with us, so I understand.
Yeah, but so honestly, nowadays, as I thought about it, it's sitting in a room with either maybe it's just my wife or if Jacob came over for the day and staring at probably something meaningless on TV while all of us. Now I'm playing Candy Crush or Solitaire. Yes, I know that's old school.
Do you have a screen on your lap?
My wife is surfing Facebook and Jacob's surfing whatever 23-year-olds do. I think it's Snapchat.
I don't know where you're going.
He's
surfing 23-year-olds. I was like, what? What? that's why I go, well, okay.
And maybe we're watching a movie. That. So that actually is the fun time. And in the summer, get to spend a lot of time with my parents. Thankfully, they're both with us still, and go out to White Earth Lake and hang out there. And my mom will say, hey, so-and-so is coming over, and I'll give her the look. And she says, I guess I'll call them and tell them that we're busy.
Because you're there?
Because I just like to be
left
alone and quiet.
So when you show up at the cabin, the parents put the gates up.
The gates
Maybe
go
they
up,
just they want to spend time with their son. I hope they're angling it that way.
You've met me, so we know it's not that.
Yeah.
Now they do want to spend time with their grandson
or
their daughter-in-law.
You were the third one that I had to call to fill in that spot for today.
That doesn't surprise me.
You were my go-to. Just kidding. We actually had you scheduled for like the end of February, did we not?
We were talking about that, yes.
I had you
when you texted me and said, hey, you want to come on my podcast? And me thinking, I can't do it the next 2 days, but next week. And you're like, I'm popular. So let's talk the end of February. Well, actually, I believe
I'm popular. I said, I'm popular, you're popular.
No, you said, dude, I'm booked up. I took that as I'm popular. I can read the text if you want.
That's a business thing.
And then it was, I will get back with you tomorrow with some dates. This was Thursday. Sunday, I finally get the text. Hey, what about the 24th? So what did I do? On purpose? Made you wait a day before I responded.
Well, I didn't need an answer right away. But boy, we made it work.
It was February 24th.
It all worked. And now
look at this.
Look at this. It's January 13th.
January is the 13th today. So
I think it worked out great.
It's awesome.
So
I've always been deathly scared of being on a podcast because I didn't know what I'd say. And I'm right.
I haven't been able to shut you up. I think it's really worked out well for you. I mean, okay, so let's we're going to continue to grow older, wiser. What's your aspirational hopes for you as we get older and post Fargodome? I mean, what's your retirement plans, Rob?
For those who know me, they're going to look at the two that watch this. Will look at.
All right, we got 11 now.
Hear the screen and go, no, that's not him. Honestly, I want my son to be happy and successful. He's trying to go up through the.
I don't think you can be both.
Coaching, that's true. College coaching as a basketball coach. He's very passionate. Very proud of him for the type of individual he has become. Realized earlier in high school that
dying?
He was not. Well, this is what I'm saying.
Is this your ode to your son?
That he was not going to be the star on the basketball court, so he could be the star on the bench. And for that, we're very proud of him. My wife.
I was around in the basketball system then when he was doing that, and
yes.
he was actually, and I was announcing the games during that for Moorhead Spuds.
Yes.
And he was kind of a fixture that everybody was very confident in, and very. How do I put it? He was the warm hug there.
He kind of was.
Yeah.
He was a player coach that didn't play very much, but which come senior night was awesome. I've got really great video of him running up and down the court twice and then yanking his shirt because I'm pretty sure he's going to die.
He did not yank. Did he do it? No, he didn't. Did he?
And thankfully,
for non-sports people, you tug on your jersey if you're tired.
Let him sit in the game.
Wow.
It was fun. It was great.
Senior night, let's finally get Jake in shape. Yeah. That's great. Wow, it's about time.
But no, honestly, moving forward, I'm looking forward to continuing the success of Fargodome. I'm working with the absolute wonderful people that I get to work with up there.
After you retire, you're going to keep working with them? That's what you're saying to me?
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Maybe you become a consultant.
You gotta,
because we're all going to turn into consultants. That's all we're going to do.
Sometime.
Exactly.
Guy needs healthcare, especially somebody as large as me. But
you've trimmed, actually.
It's medication.
You got to quit picking on yourself there, buddy.
But no, it's my wife, bless her heart, she'll retire this year. So
good for her.
Getting through. And honestly, I don't ever intend to retire. I just don't want to career work.
Yeah. Well, we're going to open that
Much
lawn service
longer.
company, are we not?
Lawn service?
Lawn service.
We could, but we
Not profitable.
According to you, we need to have 2 machines
Yeah, you can't-
because
that's
if the one
the
breaks
issue.
down, you don't want to shovel.
Right. I was explaining to Rob earlier that if we have one unit, I wish one sits in the pickup and then when you're driving, we're switching off. Now, if one breaks, I don't think I'm smart enough to fix it. I mean, I can do some basic adjustments, but then
You put one hand on the top of the shovel and the other in the middle, and you just push.
Okay, if we open this snow business, no, not snow. Well, both. Mowing.
Yep.
So on the weekends, we take turns or the weeks. Okay, this is your week to be in the machine. But if the machine breaks, the other guy has to do it manually, and it switches off every other week.
That's fair.
Especially, machine broke. You got to shovel snow for 5 houses. Then we'll trim down even more. I think that's a healthy plan we've just discovered for us.
As long as it's not the heart attack snow, you just take smaller scoops. And like 7 hours later, the lady's looking outside going, is this guy ever going to get done?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm paying him $10 an hour. We're paid hourly. Exactly.
There you go.
We have it solved.
There you go.
Thanks, Rob.
Hey,
for being here.
I loved it.
Thanks for
Appreciate
filling in, coming in
100%.
here. 100%.
Anytime. So I'll see you in about 4 or 5 years.
That's too soon.
Yeah.
Fish, hope you get better. We will be on next time. Sam, thanks for stepping in.
Sam, was great to meet you.
Yeah.
You should talk more.
It's great to be here.
Over and out. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Come